live audience can hear it, be talking, that's good. Yeah, no worries. What fell?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's my handwriting.
Oh.
He's not giving me the signal.
What's that train of thought, John?
Please rise in body or spirit as we sing our first hymn, number 29 in the gray hymnal. Number 29 in the gray hymnal, or it shortly will be shown on the front wall. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee. There we go. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, God of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, hail thee as the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the pain of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the joy of day. All thy works with joy surround thee, earth and heaven reflect thy rays. Stars and planets sing around thee, center of unbroken praise. Held and forest, field and mountain, blossoming meadow, flashing sea, chanting bird and flowing fountain, call us to rejoice in thee. Thou art giving and forgiving, ever blessing, ever blessed, wellspring of the joy of living, ocean depth of happy rest. Ever singing, march we onward, victors in the midst of strife. Joyful music lifts us onward in the triumph song of life.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. We're also glad that you're here to celebrate with us today as we celebrate the end of 2023, or let the 2023 go out the door. Welcome in the new year with all its promises and joy. Let us turn to camera 2 and wave. That's it. Thank you. Thank you for demonstrating. Wave to the people and our friends. Good morning. Happy New Year. Wish them Happy New Year. And then turn to the people around you and give yourselves each a gentle bow of respect and acknowledgement of the connection between your soul and their soul. As you came in, you were given hopefully a little piece of paper which you have written down something that you would like to let go of for 2023. Later on in the service, we will dissolve these in the water. It's sounding like I'm getting visual cues that maybe our sound system is not up to snuff, but our AV guru is going back to do that now. Is this any better? Do I just need to project more? Okay, I will project more. All right, my Father is in me. you are hearing his voice. Actually, I think you're hearing my brother's voice, but either one works. One last thing. So we have the dissolving pieces of paper, things we're going to say goodbye to for 2023. And then after the service, be sure and stay for some yummy breakfast food and connection with each other. May we welcome in the new year with a grateful heart, an open mind, and an inspired spirit. The time around the new year has become a time of reflection, both on the last, good or bad, as well as hopes for the new year, usually good. Here is Jane Baldwin's reflection on love. The longer I live, the more deeply I learn that love, whether we call it friendship or family or romance, is the work of mirroring and magnifying each other's light. Gentle work, steadfast work, life-saving work in those moments when life and shame and sorrow occlude our own light from our view. But there is still a clear-eyed, loving person to beam it back. In our best times, we are that person for another. May our bonds of love to one another grow stronger in the coming year as we say our affirmation together. Love is our doctrine. Compassion is our way. Here we seek to create a joyful home for free religious exploration, build a community of caring fellowship, nurture the hopes, and serve the needs of our world.
This is a round that you get to participate in. So Barbara and I are going to sing it 3 times, and you're welcome to join whenever you feel like you're getting the hang of it. And then we'll sing it in a round 3 times.
Can you hear us? Yes. We're going to teach you a round. We will sing it 3 times. Join in when you feel comfortable, and then I'll aim this way, and we'll start the round. Nadine will start the round in that direction. I think you'll like this. It's beautiful.
Now I walk in.
Stop.
Now I walk in beauty. Beauty is before me. Beauty is behind me, above and below me. Now I walk in beauty. Beauty
Thank you, Nadine. Barbara? Thank you. I'm saying thank you. So Nadine, you're not done yet. If you will please come and help us light the chalices, that'd be fabulous. Each week we light 3 chalices. The first is for this congregation, our Unitarian congregation and members and friends, which is the center chalice. The second chalice we light for our partner church and friends in Shima Falva, Transylvania, Romania. Be sure and check out the newsletter for a Christmas greeting from them. And our last chalice is for our children and youth, both in religious education as well as the world at large. As we look at these flames, listen to the words of Marianne Williamson. Love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn. The spiritual journey is the unlearning of fear and prejudices and the acceptance of love back into our hearts. May we welcome the acceptance of love in our hearts in the upcoming year. Please join me in singing The Flame into Life.
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy.
As we follow the path of compassion and gratitude into the new year, both for ourselves as well as others, let us take a moment and do a meditation about gratitude and joy by Jack Cornfield. Let yourself sit quietly and at ease. Allow your body to be relaxed and open. Your breath natural. Your heart easy. Begin the practice of gratitude by feeling how year after year you have cared for your own life. Now let yourself begin to acknowledge all that has supported you in this care. With gratitude, I remember the people, animals, plants, insects, creatures of the sky and sea, air and water, fire and earth, all whose joyful exertion blesses my life every day. With gratitude, I remember the care and labor of 1,000 generations of elders and ancestors who came before me. I offer my gratitude for the blessing of this earth I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the measure of health I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the family and friends I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the community I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the teachings and lessons I have been given. I offer my gratitude for the life I have been given. Now shift your practice to the cultivation of joy. Continue to breathe gently. Bring to mind someone you care about, someone it is easy to rejoice for. Picture them and feel the natural joy you have for their well-being, happiness, and success. With each breath, offer them your grateful, heartfelt wishes. May you be joyful. May your happiness increase. May you not be separated from great happiness. May your good fortune and the causes for your joy and happiness increase. Sense the joy and caring in each phrase. Now turn the feelings of joy to yourself and repeat the following phrases. May I be joyful. May my happiness increase. May I not be separated from great happiness. May my good fortune and the causes for joy and happiness for all people increase. May my good fortune and the causes of joy and happiness for all people increase. Let the feeling of joy more fully fill your body and mind. May we remember daily that we are the path of compassion and gratitude, and may we be open to joy.
Good morning. I am Lorna Youngs, and I am with Lifelines Lay Ministry. As you know, we work with Reverend Rick to help the congregation have a little bit of care and support when you are going through a time of concern. We also offer the opportunity for people to express their joys and concerns either on our website or on the black book that sits out in the foyer. So today I have two concerns. Nadine writes, my brother-in-law Dennis Bishop had a massive heart attack and is in a coma and on life support. Please send healing wishes to him and love to his family. And Sara and Joe write, our dear friend Cecilia Craig, whom you all know, is in the hospital recovering from a fall on her birthday. What a lousy birthday present. Send prayers and healing thoughts as she heals from a broken femur. And we have a lovely joy from Mandy Bray. Remember, the Brays used to be a very large part of our congregation. I'm so glad my mom, who lives in the East Coast now, Mary Bray, is able to answer a FaceTime call from me. I was able to FaceTime with her from Humboldt UU candlelight service. Mom sang all of the songs with me, and Mom is very grateful for FaceTime calling, and I am grateful for the UUCS YouTube services. Those of you who wish to contact Lifelines can do so by emailing us or attacking one of the Lifeline ministry representatives who wear the lavender badges, and shortly we will be wearing small stoles so that you can grab us easier when you need to have a chat. Every Sunday we're here to offer you our support. There's a table where we eat and have coffee. Senior moment for those of you who would like to have a little more conversation, and thank you very much. Oh, one last candle for all those joys and sorrows that have gone unspoken today. Well, I don't know. What's happening next Sunday? Well, it doesn't tell me anything. Oh. Compassionate Connections is not next Sunday. No, darling. Yeah, okay. Yes, the pair of us, between the pair of us, will give you great service.
Well, thank goodness Barbara is here to lead us.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be
T.S. Eliot is quoted as saying, "Last year's words belong in last year." We're going to take him at his word, and when you came in, you should have gotten hopefully a piece of paper. You've written something down on that piece of paper. A thought, an idea, a belief, something that you want to let go of in 2023. We're going to bring these paper up and put them into the bowl of water and watch those ideas float away, dissolve away as we end the year. If you like, you can say what you've written down in the microphone, because sometimes giving voice to what we'd like to let go helps us let go, but you don't have to. If it's more important that you simply let it go into the water, that's fine as well. And I have brought a special magical ladle in case we need to do a little stirring. So, please, welcome up. I've given you the cue. I think Barbara and Nadine are going to also give an example, and we'll get started.
dissolve all meanness. Dissolve all the negative voices in my head.
I would like to dispose of Mr. Trump.
I would like to at least cut back on paralytic media distraction, otherwise known as cell phone addiction.
I want to get rid of caretaking and self-last.
I want to let go of self-doubt, self-recrimination, worry, criticism, and sharp tongue.
Goodbye, worry.
I was going to say apathy, but then I didn't feel like it.
Sad feels.
Being just a bystander.
I'm releasing fear.
Now that we have said goodbye to the last year, here is a blessing for the new from Mary Eads. Like the cosmic dust following a great meteor shower, we are the living remnants of time and all that has come to pass in its wake, briefly shining lights on the way to eternity. We are only visible to the naked eye for an instant. Take this moment to shine like the stardust you are. May the light of our time on earth shine to bless the world and each other. Shine, shine, shine.
When I was a little girl, my family didn't have much money, and I was always embarrassed about the old-fashioned hand-me-down clothing, and my family was often hungry. We would open the fridge, and there would be the single head of lettuce and the leftover Spam and the Velveeta cheese, which, as we know, is not really cheese at all, but an orange concoction that tastes like rubber. There were 11 of us in our family, my mom and dad and 9 kids, and it was the 1960s, and the world outside our little town of Orem, Utah was exploding. But I was largely unaware of the Vietnam War and the protests and the Summer of Love. My family found their love at the Mormon church down on the corner with the friendly picture of Jesus on the wall. What my parents couldn't give us in money, they made up for with scriptures and prayer. The other thing that they gave us was adventures. They gave us grand adventures. They would load all 11 of us in the station wagon, and we would go to hike mountains and swim in lakes and roast hot dogs around campfires. They took us into the desert, and we slept under the stars, and they rigged up fishing poles for us to catch fish. But my favorite memory was our New Year's Day adventure. My dad drove us to Lamb's Canyon, where we hiked towards my grandma's cabin. We didn't own mittens, and so we pulled our socks over our hands to try to keep warm. and we didn't own boots, and so we tied plastic bread sacks over our tennis shoes to try to keep dry. My older brother pulled the younger kids on the sled, and we crunched through the snow, belting out Mormon hymns. We teased each other, and we threw snowballs, and we ate bologna sandwiches to keep our strength up. And our legs got so tired, and it was really cold, and we never once made it to the cabin. We always turned back because the snow was too deep. Not all my siblings have fond memories of those New Year's Day adventures. My sister Brenda says they put her off hiking for good. But for me, it was like heaven came down and opened its gates and we walked through. I remember still that deep blue sky and the way the snow sparkled on the morning sun. I recall the splash of the brook and the sound of my big brother's voice as he sang our favorite Mormon hymn, High on the Mountain Top. I remember the spicy fragrance of fir trees and the buoyant sense that I had of, wow, this is a grand life. When I look back on the past year and I reflect on its gifts, I think there is only one thing that remains with us. What stays with me are the memories, all those experiences somehow captured in time. In recent years, like many of you, I have come to learn that life is fragile. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if the people that I love will be here tomorrow. My continuation and the continuation of those that I love is a gift. It's not something that I can count on. We only have this moment, right here, right now. Jane Kenyon wrote a poem about this awareness titled, Otherwise. I got out of bed on 2 strong legs. It might have been otherwise. I ate cereal, sweet milk, ripe, flawless peach. It might have been otherwise. I took the dog uphill to the birch wood. All morning I did the work I love. At noon, I lay down with my mate. It might have been otherwise. We ate dinner together at a table with silver candlesticks. It might have been otherwise. I slept in a bed in a room with paintings on the walls and planned another day just like today. But one day I know it will be otherwise. Like the author of this poem, I want to take life's beautiful moments and paint them on my brain so they'll last. I want to memorize this scene and these details so I can re-experience the moments that brought joy. Unitarian Universalists draw inspiration from the literature of great religious traditions and from the wisdom of earth-centered traditions. But we also claim that one of our sources of inspiration is ourselves, our own direct experience of the transcendent mystery of life. I once directed a literacy program where we taught adults how to read and write. One of the men in the program shared with me his very first essay. He wrote about a snowshoe trip on a cold night to the top of a mountain. He was all alone and he was shivering, and at the summit he began to hear wolves howling. And he was scared. But as he listened to the eerie howls and the barks of the coyotes, he felt a strange feeling come over him. He felt a sudden kinship with everything that was wild, and he felt that he was connected to the wildness within himself. And so he did the only thing that made sense. He threw back his head and he howled. He wrote, "I have never felt so alive." He was experiencing what UUs call the transcendent mystery of life. We've all got our own version of what makes us feel most alive. This man's memory was drawn from a dramatic, on-the-edge experience, but important memories also arise from ordinary, everyday experiences, from the times that we slow down, knowing that less is more. We remember the tiny fingers of a child wrapped around our fingers. And we remember having friends over for dinner the first time after COVID and thinking, wow, I really missed these people. I missed this. I once listened to a podcast interview with Amelia Teresa Harper from Great Britain. She was 103 at the time. Amelia had long outlived her husband and even some of her children. Early in her life, she lost twin babies and she was devastated. In the podcast, she said, "You never forget, but you heal. It's wonderful to have something left behind," she said. "Even if they are no longer here, they're there. They're in your mind. They're in your air. They're all around you." She had learned that life is messy and unpredictable and complicated, that loss is inevitable, and that not all memories are happy. But Amelia Harper chose to intentionally focus on positive recollections. She said, "I have so many happy memories. I sometimes sit down in my chair and I think back. I can live happily ever after because of my memories." So, what could be the gifts of the coming year? We have the opportunity to intentionally create memories, to open our senses to the tenderness in each moment, to really taste a fresh peach, to feel the exultation of walking along the beach barefoot, to look deeply into the eyes of children. And then we can imprint these experiences on our mind. Even our most precious memories can fade if we don't intentionally give them space. One of my friends has a bedtime ritual. Every night, as she lays her head on her pillow, she retrieves one happy moment from her day or from her past. She remembers the texture of it, how it made her feel. She recalls faces and events. In this act, she is giving herself the gift of her own life. She says it makes her happy. Researchers back her up. Studies show that the simple act of remembering past events can be used to boost happiness in the present. People who intentionally recall and savor positive memories have better mental and emotional health, even when they're facing significant stress. The act of reminiscing about a happy time can amplify feelings of well-being, and this positive nostalgia can disrupt negative thought patterns and alleviate anxious feelings. Research says it can make us feel better about who we are and help us heal from emotional wounds. In other words, the simple act of reflecting on happy experiences can offer us resilience. I've been trying to take this to heart and have found that there are a lot of ways to evoke positive memories. One way is to simply pick up and hold mementos from the past. Our homes are filled with objects that have positive associations. And at the risk of appearing very childish, I brought. This is Taffy, and he was a gift from Santa when I was 7 years old. And you can see that his fur is very worn. That's because he is well loved. I hope that's not sacrilegious, but I don't think UUs have too much that's sacrilegious. So, I cannot hold Taffy in my arms without reliving that Christmas moment and seeing the dolls and the miniature farm animals spread across the floor and my parents' nervous, expectant faces. I took Taffy to bed with me that Christmas night and every night after that. On the school playground, I was bullied a little bit and I was an odd duck. But this bear offered comfort. Even now, Taffy gives me a sense of safety and affection. We all have these mementos around us, and they can anchor us and connect us to happy times in our past. To evoke memories, we can also pull out old scrapbooks, and the New Year's is a great time to do this. Or we can just look at all those photos on our phones. They give us an opportunity to get lost in memories of places and people, and they allow us to relive happy emotions associated with past experiences. We can also reminisce through writing. We have a memoir writing class starting here at the church in January, taught by Gloria. Or we can write poetry. And poetry, I find, really helps us reconstruct details and concrete imagery, and it can bring back the past in a real concrete way. Or we can listen to music. One song can bring it all back. The time when we first fell in love, or the song that was playing on the radio when we brought our first child home from the hospital. And this is the thing about a song. Songs that we love don't grow old as we play them again and again. They just become more dear. One thing that I have learned is that I can't re-experience the good times if I'm not really present now. In order to recapture experiences later, I have to really be here the first time around, to touch and to feel what's in front of me, to listen deeply, to slow down and allow myself to be blessed. Life consists of all these moments spilling out in front of us and behind us, and right here, right now. One of our shared UU principles calls us to a search for meaning. It calls us to open ourselves to the mysteries of life. When we look back on the past, our recollections can create wonder. They can create meaning and give us a sense of continuity. They help us understand who we are and who we were and how our life connects to others. Tomorrow is New Year's Day, and I will pull out my memory from 60 years ago. I'll remember how little my parents had in terms of money and how many adventures they gave us instead. I'll remember that long trek through the snow with my family and how it was a snowy wonderland that made me breathless. I'll remember my brother's strong, sure voice as he sang our favorite Mormon hymn. He's gone now, but his voice is with me still. My oldest brother, the one who pulled the sled, he's also gone. And my parents are at rest on a windy hill in Utah. But the memories, those are what remain. I am so grateful. Sorry. The gift of the past year and all the years before that is memories. They continue on, and the gift of tomorrow and the next day and the next is the opportunity to create more positive memories and to imprint them on our mind. The coming year, we have the opportunity to write our story and then to remember. May your memories bring you happiness.
Thank you, Nadine. So now we're going to do our little meditation through doing a little Tai Chi. The thought of just getting connected with the mind and the body and how that can support us in different ways. So a couple of things. If you might look around you, if there's a little bit of, if there's a chair next to you, you might want to scoot over so you have a little bit more space. You can stand or sit, it doesn't matter. I will talk us through it one time, and then we will do it 2 times, just so you can get into the flow of things. If possible, it'd be lovely if you can focus on your breath, and then also try to be in the moment. Don't worry about right or wrong. When in doubt, just keep moving your arms. If possible, I'd like to do something called mirroring, which means that when I raise this hand, you're going to raise the same side of that body, of your body. So you are raising your right hand. Exactly. And then you simply follow along. If your mind starts thinking too much, tell it to please sit down. Your body knows what to do. This way, you are able to connect, and it gives it a sense of a meditation. I'm going to stay here at the pulpit, and then I'm going for the first time through, and then I'm going to move to the center of the dais a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just raise our arms up. We're going to breathe out, we're going to push out, and you're going to make a ball. Switch and make a ball. Switch and make a ball. You're going to reach corner to corner, called parting the wild horse's mane. You're going to come back to center, always returning to the ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Return to the ball. Next, we do something called single whip. Make a hook with the top hand. Push out to the side. Make a ball. Other side, make a hook. Push out. Make a ball. We're going to press down. So one hand is flat, one hand is facing you. We're going to float hands like clouds. We're going to float. 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4, switch 5, switch 6, make a ball, repulse the monkey, corner to corner, look behind you, come around, repulse the monkey, look behind you, come around, cross our wrists, push out, and lower. Very nice. All right, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, don't sit down yet. Start off, just take a deep breath in, out, up. We support UUCS through our pledges, time, and connections with one another. We support Salem and the Salem community through donations both to the Marion Polk Food Share and for the month of December, Emerge, Interfaith Movement for Immigrant Justice. Their vision statement, carrying on the tradition of radical hospitality, putting into practice values of justice and dignity. They work to equip communities and people of faith in advancing immigrant justice through direct involvement with immigrants facing detention and deportation, as well as policy advocacy at the local and state and national levels. For those of you in person, you may donate to the Marion Polk Food Share by placing items in the little red wagon. You can also donate monetary contributions in the bags that are going to be passed, and you also notice a new QR code on the back of your printed order of service, which you can also use as well. And then you can also, last but not least, always go online and donate that way. Thank you for maintaining the community of UUCS and the wider community of Salem. Thank you. Thank you, Eli and Barbara and Nadine and Lorianne for all your gifts today, and for John for hanging out in the slides. Yay. Go, John. Oh, wrong glasses. Next Sunday. Next Sunday. What do we got here? Oh, we've got UUCS history. The importance of remembering. Reverend Rick apparently is in a remembrance mood, and he's looking at all the great history that this congregation has had for well over 100 years. In fact, yes, so anyway, there's going to be more about that actually later on, but I won't tell you yet. The other thing, I think that's basically it for next Sunday, and news of community. If you don't receive the wonderful emails and newsletter, be sure to check in with the office so you can get on their lists, so you can know everything that is going on in the world. Alrighty, so now Nadine will bring up the social justice candle, and she takes the light from the chalice, lighting the social justice candle, as a reminder of all that we do in our daily lives to help a hurting world. As we extinguish the chalices, these words from Jack Cornfield. May your holidays and the turning of the seasons bring new light, bring great love, wisdom, and understanding into your life, to all you touch and across this beautiful blue-green globe.
Please rise in body or spirit to sing our closing hymn, I Seek the Spirit of a Child. I think you're going to recognize this melody. I seek the spirit of a child who meets life naturally, the child who sings the world alive and greets the morning sun with glee. Children are real beyond all art. May I see joy's a gift to our heart. I seek the freedom of a child who loves instinctively, who lights our day with just a smile and shines that light on all we see. Children are real beyond all fears. May I see hope's a gift to our tears. I seek the wonder of a child who sees delightfully, now closing cloud, now golden sun, imaginations true and free. Children are real beyond our eyes. May I see faith's a gift to our eyes.
Thank you for sharing your morning and with us today. Please stay for some nourishment and of body and soul in the fellowship hour. And as you go out this door, you will see, hopefully on a table, some words. And these are words for you to pick to take into the new year as something to focus on. In the meanwhile, please join me in saying our closing words. May faith in the spirit of life, hope for the community of earth, and love for the sacred in one another be ours now and in all the days to come. Are you getting a picture? Yes.